And this is yet again where I'm gonna like stress the fact that EG's communication is just off. Like it's just like, why are we rupturing Pango and then jumping Kunkka? Like, you know? We got EG. We're gonna be running Arteezy on his Bloodseeker. Crit will be playing the Io, and Jarex will be playing position 5 Winter Wyvern with Abed in the mid lane, and Nightfall will be in the off lane with his Mars. Interesting item build from Nightfall here. Still like a huge fan of like not buying any region level 1 if you don't have to. Just go to the lane with as much stats as you can. Check out any other interesting item builds from EG. EG's doing the same thing here. You can see Arteezy, no stats. Alright, so on the side of OG now, we've got Seb playing his signature Wind Ranger. This is why they picked it right here. Look at this bad boy. Level 30, position 5 Wind Ranger. Rest in peace, your pubs. And then we got Draghi on his also signature Kunkka carry here. Mid lane, it's going to be Bezium on his Pango going against the TA. And then the off lane, Taiga is going to be playing position 4 Enigma with Amar playing his Underlord. So I'm a little afraid for OG's like safe lane. This Wind Ranger looks, I don't know, just looks like a Wind Ranger, right? You're just gonna click them and that's pretty much it. They should be fine though, just because of how strong Kunkka is as a hero at laning. Bottom lane should be a totally free lane for Arteezy here. Yuragi's just gonna look to get as much CS as he can, get this Helm of Iron Will out. Same thing is gonna happen on Nightfall. He's also going to be just farming an armlet. We're gonna have two boys over here just going armlet first. Nothing new there, nothing special. In the bottom lane, I do worry a little bit for Arteezy getting CS against the Eidolon spam. It could be a little difficult. We're just gonna have TP out.
Bye, have a great time.
Was that the right call? Yeah, I guess he had clarity's coming, it's fine. Now there's no mana on Arteezy, so he can't do anything. And he's deciding to go boots first. Looks like he wants to be able to just apply pressure to Amar here. Not the highest pressure, like he's gonna take a hit on his CS because he's not gonna turn these into any Wraith bands. He's also not gonna have like an Orb of Venom or anything to hit anymore, but I guess in his mind, it thinks that he probably can't trade anyway. Like if he starts hitting Amar, he's just gonna get stunned and just be under a firestorm, so he's probably just looking for mobility to like maybe catch out the Nigma on the side. Or if they do get low, he'll have that little bit of mobility, and then he'll have an earlier phase boots too. But he shouldn't really care at all about this Firestorm harass, just the way that Thirst works. Get a lot of your HP back. So how is this top lane going here? Mars 15-3, Kunkka sitting at 14-1. Pretty even. He does have a wave here, but they will also get a pull off. So top lane is pretty much a wash. Very even. And then the bottom lane here, as expected, this Bloodseeker is just gonna do quite a bit better than Amar can do, just because this Enigma doesn't really have much presence, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, they are just getting away with running a POS 4 Enigma here. And coming up soon, we're gonna have the 4-minute runes. Is this a situation where either teams can, oh, that's nice, can pressure the runes? Doesn't look like it. Looks like Seb will try to get this top rune, but it'll just be a trade. Wait, what? Oh my goodness, he just fed his courier with a Blightstone on it. On the bot lane here, it looks like we're gonna find an avenue to go on to Taiga. That should be first blood. And can they get the double? Probably not. These Eidolons slap. Jerax? Jerax? Oh, I mean, it actually ended up working out. Okay, he baited them. He baited that Firestorm and got him a bit lower on the Underlord. But unfortunately, Arteezy's in a situation, so like that kill right there would have been really good for them if the wave met here and Arteezy could keep farming. But because the wave is here after that, this actually feels real bad. Real bad for Arteezy. He has no mana. He's gonna have to get salved. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was close. That was close. If he didn't bring that salve, it would have been a big baby rage there. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be looking at, the biggest thing, oh, Abed, the Meld Strike off. Get him. This is a very late reaction here by Seb, but he might as well. I like that he finished the TP. He probably could have saved him if he TP'd a bit faster. A lot of people will be like, oh, I can't save him. I'm just going to cancel the TP, right? Don't commit to your failures is the best way to put it. Like, in this situation, you need to, like, commit to, like, this. Because, like, when he dies and you also cancel your TP, that means all this farm that's coming in is just going to be wasted on nothing, right? So I like the fact that he just finished his TP and he just, like, takes his farm and tries to defend the tower. Bottom lane now is actually starting to look rough for RTZ. And they're committing to the 6-minute rune play. They brought both supports. And unfortunately, they didn't get it. They were just a bit slow and they weren't able. So like, let's go back and see like the 6-minute rune play. When you're doing these plays, you need to like be prepared, right? So at 5 minutes and 30 seconds, if you want to commit to taking a rune away, you should already be there. You should be thinking right now, if you're Jarek's, like, do I want to go for this rune right now? That is the question. There's two things you can do in this situation. He can either go get the rune, or he can help RTZ lane. And seeing that RTZ cannot lane unless he's here, he might just have to stay here. But this is like going to the rune ultra late. Like, it doesn't provide much purpose. Like, even if that rune was there, BZM would have got it, and he would have got out. Anyway, they just really need to focus on, like, committing to their decision sooner. Alright, BZM is making the first rotation of the game. He hit level 6. He doesn't want to lane. He's going to find Jarek's here. Boink once. Boink twice. And there's going to be a third boink, and then death.
Beep beep.
And now they have a catapult down here. Amar can hold this wave, and they can just click this tower down. Looks like it's going to be dead, and very good from Artur here. If you watch what he did, like, he has choices, right? He knows Pango's going down here, and he immediately decides to get out, right? He TP's here. He's like, maybe I can pressure mid, but he can't in reality because he's level 4, and decides to get out. They sack this tower. Luckily for him, he's not the carry this game. He does have a TA, so it's okay that he's not having a great game, but it's not desirable. I really think this bot lane from EG should have went a lot better. Like, I think just Jarek's specifically, like, trying to go for the rune there at the time he did, it just kind of forfeited the lane. And these kills that happened here that I went over, it's just unfortunate, I guess, like, chain of events where they went for these kills and then it happened. He got some kills on Artur, but the lane was stuck here. And then after that, Jarek's left. It's just the lane was here for too long. They couldn't get lane control back. So now he has to live the sad life and just run around in the jungle. Not your favorite thing to do as a carry player, that's for sure, on a hero that does not farm jungle creeps very well. Unfortunately, there's really not much EG can do in this situation. Like, OG has some options, right? And the reason is that their mid is not just a farming mid, right? Abed's playing TA. He's gonna farm. That's just what the hero does. They lost bottom lane pretty hard, right? Mars is level 5, going no boots armlet. He's also gonna farm. So they're kind of stuck in a situation where they're just going to end up farming for a little bit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my goodness. This is why they picked Wind Ranger. Right there. Yuragi? Does it go? Alright. Right here, we're going to go over, like, the goated play Yuragi just did. This is called being a fucking great carry player, right? Simple as that. And here's what he did. That was so amazing. He's got a wave here under his tower. He's farming. 6-minute rune's coming out. They see it's here. He doesn't have to do anything yet. He's just chilling. As soon as this happens, he could sit here and farm. He can keep farming all he wants, but he's paying attention to what's going on here. He sees the shackle, and then he TPs immediately here, realizing that more could happen. Because, like, if this TP doesn't happen, all that's going to happen here is BZM's going to have to leave, Seb's going to have to leave, and they're just going to kill an IO, right? And that's going to be the use of this haste rune. But he realizes there is something happening here. Instead of farming and being greedy, he decides to participate, and I always like to praise carry players when they find an ability to be active in the game and find an opening to use your spells instead of just hitting creeps. And he does. Great awareness here by Yuragi. And his TP actually got them 2 more kills. So it looks like this game is going south really fast. EG really needed, when you pick a TA mid, you really need your side lanes to do well. Because your mid is not going to be joining the game. And it's kind of the reason why TA isn't really seen much in the mid lane anymore. You don't want your highest level hero, your most net worth hero in the early game, to just hit more creeps, right? Like, that's what your carry wants to do, and he doesn't get to. But you can just be like, yeah, your carry now needs to play like a mid, but he has half the resources and half the levels, right? So it's not easy to like make stuff happen, especially if you lose your lane and you're level 4 Bloodseeker. What are you supposed to do? Nothing, right? Like, he the only reason he's here, and I don't blame Arteezy for this at all, like, he has to take this farm down here because TA is taking this farm here. Admittedly, you could argue, no, you can't even argue, he was level 5 when he did this, right? He can't do anything. He can't gank, he can't farm this because he's a Bloodseeker, and it's really just because they lost their lanes. Meanwhile, on the top lane, they decide to strike back. They kill the Wind Ranger. But it looks like they will be trading the 4 for a 5. While meanwhile getting kill over here. And Nightfall might be in trouble here too. He is very tanky with this armlet, but Amar has showed up, so actually they can get this kill. Interesting. Alright. Tried to save him, but can't do it. So again, like, Ochi is just playing really well. Like, they have all the tools to play well in this kind of, like, situation, but they're still doing it, right? Sometimes you have a good game, and you're just AFK. Like, watch this. We're gonna watch Amar this time. He did the same thing Yagi did. The same exact thing. He got a kill bottom just now, right? Now he sees there's something happening up here, and he shows up, right? And that leads into another kill. And I really like the fact that they didn't overreact, right? They didn't overreact. I would not like to see Taiga come down here too, because kills are great and all, but you still need to farm. So the fact that they left Taiga down here to continue to take this farm and farm the jungle, that's how they're going to get a net worth advantage, by taking advantage of the whole map. TP5 heroes kill one hero, it's kind of like LoL, right? You want to use the least amount of heroes possible to get the job done. And they're doing a fantastic job on OG on using like the least possible amount of heroes while still being able to get the kills. Yagi in the mid lane got the TA kill by coming, right? He could have easily not went there. This can't be real, can it? This can't be real. Oh my god. This is beautiful. See, this is like a next level play. They have a ward here, right? And they just use the Underlord ult to TP in and just gank him. Can he not react to this? He can't, right? He sees it, but it's like, it's actually so fast. The Seb shows up right away too, and that's it. And they're out. They're out. This is probably why Underlord is gaining a lot of popularity. People are getting so much better at using this ultimate, right? That is super cool. Love to see it. By the way, Taiga's just been farming down here the whole game. Alright, Yuragi's in. Black Hole is available. Wyvern's level 4. That's 11 minutes. I mean, good try with Nightfall. You can really just like look at it as, I mean, they might, if they die here, it's kind of sad, but the thing is, it's like, that's not worth it. It's like, it's not worth it, right? Uh-oh! Oh, he's got an Atos. Are they gonna come back in here or what? They should, right? Yep. It's back. So that kind of ended up working out pretty well for EG. I was gonna say, like, is it worth it to like save your IO? Or sorry, save your POS 5 as an IO, knowing that you're probably gonna die in return? Guess you're trying to bait a team fight. It makes sense. All right, so Black Hole is up. It's definitely not a game where you're gonna get free Black Holes, right, for sure. But at the same time, it is still a threat. Even if it's just like a blink stun, it's still pretty good. So we're coming in on 15 minutes here. OG's winning the farm game. EG doesn't really have many options to play right now, and I think it's really just because Bloodseeker just didn't have a game. Nightfall's gonna wait for his blink, so I'm just gonna wait for Nightfall to get his blink, and then it's gonna be go time for EG. He's gonna have to set up the initiations. Abed's gonna have to start being more active, pretty much, just like join the fights. And I think as a whole team, they're just gonna have to fight more. You're not gonna just sit back and farm. And Jerax is on a warding mission. I notice this quite a lot from EG, where Jerax is just kind of alone on a warding mission and getting picked off. And I'm not seeing like the same type of like things from other fives, right? Like in this particular game, I haven't really seen Seb just walk off by himself and just die warding. He's just kind of going with his team. Like I would understand if you're there and you die, you're warding and you're shielding, but like you're not really even shielding for anyone in that position. It's way too aggressive. Oh, they have a ward up here. They see BZM drop the Rupture. Blink is up as well. They're going to be dropping everything on Kunkka. But Kunkka's going to get his spells off. Shard is up as actually as well on Seb, so Arteezy will die. Very good. Very good play here. So they thought they were getting the jump here, but in reality, they got jumped. Right, so if we go back and just kind of like look at what just happened, right? So this is their vision, right? They see them. So Arteezy's like, hey guys, I can rupture Pango. And he's right, he can. And this is yet again where I'm gonna like stress the fact that EG's communication is just off. Like it's just like, why are we rupturing Pango and then jumping Kunkka? Like, you know? Pick a target. If you want to rupture the Pango here and be like, okay, he can't fight, let's kill the Kunkka, do it. Just do it. But if you're using all your spells here on Kunkka as a Mars, and at the same time you're going over here, like, what's the point? If you would have just done one spear, right, this Pango would be dead just because he's ruptured. Instead, Pango's getting a bunch of right clicks off and doesn't even die. Neither of them die. So this fight could have been really good for EG. The problem is that their focus firing, their communication, it's just not there. Like, I'm not seeing Nightfall. Like, right now, I'll be blunt with you. It feels like Nightfall is not on the same wavelength as Arteezy. Like, they oftentimes are jumping different targets in different, like, situations, and their team fighting does not look good. Alright, looks like they're gonna find the jump on Amar in his jungle. He's very tanky. They got a curse off. I mean, this is so strange. The problem that's happening with EG is just like, in this game, it's mainly just the laning stage, and as usual, the team fighting. Other than that, like, they're not doing anything horribly wrong. It's just OG making great plays, right? OG is just playing better. Like, they jump here, but you have to ask yourself, is like, what is the purpose of Wyvern being here? Like, he didn't even ward, he's just sitting behind enemy lines. They used all their spells, right? They're stuck. And then what's gonna happen is he's gonna get a curse here and say, hey, look guys, I got him. But their spells are already down. There's no follow-up for this, right? So like, it's just desynced. This curse is just for fun, right? That's it, it's just for fun. There's no follow-up on this. There's no blood right on top of it. You know, there's no spear on top of it. There's just, he just dropped it to bait his team. So I guess the moral of the story here is, like, I'm not trying to like be like to flame or anything. It's very important that you check what abilities your team has, because you can initiate, but if you're initiating with no follow-up, it's nothing's going to yield from it, right? Very important. They used all their stuff on their Underlord there. Maybe if Wyvern was there attacking with his Q, they could keep chasing, but because he was back here, they decided to disengage. Now that they have no spells, you got to wait for your next round of spells before you start a next initiation. So kind of just baited his team there with that curse, thinking he got a good curse, but in reality, he got his carry killed. And I also need to see Abed in this game. He has had this Blink Dagger for so long, but I have not seen him participate in the game. I mean, he has BKB too if he wants to disassemble, but looks like he's close enough, he doesn't need to. Alright, they got another Rupture play here. Don't understand. I mean, EG's problem is just so simple, right, in this game. It's just like such a very simple problem. They're just initiating all the time too early, or with not enough heroes. Like, Abed's not here, Nightfall's not here. I think if you go for this kill, right, from Artur's perspective, this is like, for me, this is very rare from him, because I always praise like his decision making, but This one's super weird. Like, there's no way he thinks that he's just gonna kill him, right? He could be thinking in his mind that he's gonna, like, rupture him and bait TPs down here, and now they can make something else happen on the map. I would get that. But they don't want to lose heroes for this, right? So, like, this happens, but now you don't have rupture. Pango's half HP. If he really truly wanted to go for this kill, he would wait for Mars to be a little bit closer with his Blink Dagger ready. I have not seen a rupture into, like, spear combo yet. And that would just kill Pango every single time. Instead, they just kind of baited Io, like, to die. Like, I guess if you're losing a whole bunch, it can be on your mind that, you know, you're not playing your best game. And this does not look like the EG I'm used to seeing at all. They look like they're in pieces right now. I'm not used to seeing Abed just, like, AFK farm. I'm not used to seeing Arteezy just, like, make some, honestly, questionable decisions, like, trying to, like, fight here. Or it's not communicated. He may have communicated, I'm going to rupture, but don't commit, and then they just went. But his initiation did not have kill potential, right? His Mars was not even in the realm. Now, Rupture's coming back up. BKB on TA is coming. And now I think this is the first time that we're going to see them make a proper engagement in this game. They're going to need to put some vision up so they can make it happen too. Put the ward down, Jerix. Put the ward down. Put the ward down. Alright, they don't need to. Does he have BKB? He does. He does not get it off, though. And it looks like he knows he's dead. Won't even pop it. So that was the first time in this game that EG has made a move together and at the same time. And look what happens. They get a kill on a core hero. They actually managed to get a kill because they have damage to follow up. And now it's go time for them. All they're waiting for is Abed's BKB to start playing some Dota. Seb getting hit by the arena. Alright, so there's no arena. When Ranger dead for 30, they're going to start hitting Roshan. This always goes back to the point where don't defend this Rosh if you got heroes dead. So this is really good. This is like my Rosh 101s right now. As we watched earlier versus Boom, they had like a disastrous game where they tried defending, like not on time. I say that, but it looks like they're going to go. But I'm just still going to say this point. If you don't think you can defend, or if you don't have vision, don't try to force Rosh. But if you can defend, and you're willing to buy back, and you're willing to fight, then you can go. And this particular game, I guess they are strong enough. This is still very risky for them, don't get me wrong. But because they have a BKB on Amar, and Jiragi has his BKB, and they're ready to go, this could happen. And they got the Wraith Pact ready. This item's cool. Alright, Amar's gonna go in here. This is so sad for Tor, man. Like, poor guy, man. He's like, they're fighting. This is a different story if he has a BKB, right? But Abed's just like, he makes the right call here. He's like, all right, let's do this. Let's get the Aegis, blink out. All right, it's done. So I kind of want to go over like this Rosh and what EG probably should have done, because this was not like a desired result by them, right? This is a situation where EG get a kill on Kunkka. They kill Wind Ranger, actually, sorry. They got 2 kills. Then they go Rosh. They warded here, but I already mentioned here that they have a ward as well on OG. EG needs to decide in this situation, this is like how you want to Rosh. Do you want to fight at Roshan, or do you just want to get the Aegis and get out? And it looks like the situation where they want to just get the Aegis and get out, right? And they might have to throw a body for this. And if they do want to fight, then they need to fight before, you know, Amar can walk up and do this, because they have vision, right? You have to look at their vision. They see this, they see this. And in fact, I'm just going to go to like their vision right now, the Radiant. This is what they see. It's a lot. So their choice now is like, if they come on any of these wards, do we jump them and kill them, right? We don't have Arena, we don't have Rupture, but we do have some spells. And if that is not the case, and they do not want to do that, then it is a situation of like, just get Rosh and get out. In which case, I think Jerix will probably just have to die. Nightfall should spear this guy back, and then they should just leave. It needs to happen like here. Like, he can't already like be walking down the pit, right? And getting his spells off. They need to like be using their spells on him here, and either jumping him, because Wind Ranger is still dead, or spear him back sooner and just try to get out. But like, Jerix like doesn't get any spells off over here. He's sitting under vision, dies, doesn't get a curse off, doesn't like buy any time. And I think if they use those 2 spells, they can kill this Rosh without any threat. of pretty much it getting stolen. Like, it almost got stolen, and then plus they lost, you know, their carry as well on top of it. So pretty much worst case scenario for them, or close to worst case scenario. Worst case scenario would have been if they got the Aegis snatched too. I don't understand. Like, this game is like so weird. Like, what are these jumps? Yeah, there's a rune here, but OG has their entire team here. They just pushed out this lane. They know nobody's here. He only has TA. And I'm glad, at least, that Abed was like, yeah, I'm not going, guys. But, like, all I'm seeing right now from Nightfall and Arteezy is that they're not really playing together. Like, all their jumps are on different targets. If you want to make a jump or an initiation with a Rupture, if you want to initiate with a Blink Arena, just always make sure that your team is nearby. Oh no.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh no. BKB's coming, right? Oh man, this is like the worst game of Arteezy's life. It must be so sad. His BKB was coming on the core here. What can you do, brother? Jerix, again. Alone on some warding mission, dying. I've seen this one before.
Radiant are scanning.
Looks like Jerix is initiating with his Wyvern. Finds Hiragi. Arteezy gets his BKB off too. Taiga has Black Hole ready here. There's no arena in this fight, mind you. Meanwhile, we will get a boat off. Should be able to kill the IO pretty easily, and Artur is on the run. We got him chain stunned here, locked down. We're gonna have a Diffusal Blade next. And this fight, there was no arena from Mars. It just was on cooldown because of the play mid, so there was no initiation. Jerix tried to initiate with Wyvern, but actually didn't end up pressing his ultimate at all. And now it is 18k gold down. And it's gonna get harder and harder, and they're just gonna run out of damage at some point. The way their lineup works is they're just gonna run out of damage. Good reaction from Nightfall. Fast fingers. Oh, he's looking. So this is actually a moment of brilliance now, I see for me. This is great. So like Nightfall goes here, realizes their hero. Of course, it's Underlord. This spell is incredibly good, we have learned. But he's trying to connect with his team now and make something happen on the map. And where is he going? He's going to his vision, right? I assume that's his vision. I don't want to look dumb here. Alright, I'm dumb. But he is still connecting nonetheless to his team to make something happen. And I like that they're making it happen. It's just like they're in a position right now where he doesn't have a BKB, right? So anything he commits to may end up in a death, right? OG, which is very fast to respond. So now that Black Hole is down, they should try and make a play. I really think this is like a strong window for them. Like, they have a lot of threats they have to worry about, but now they don't have to worry about Black Hole. Like, it's on cooldown, right? They're gonna respawn, maybe let Mars finish his BKB, just give him this wave or something, right? Get his BKB up, and then go. Take a fight. Black Hole is down for 2 minutes. They have an opening to make a fight. There are ways to get back in games. One is going to be spell, right? So if there's like no Ravage, no Black Hole, like long cooldown, no Chronosphere, these type of things play a factor in like when you can fight and when you have power spikes. The second thing is items, right? If you hit an item like a BKB, you can go fight. The third one is going to be vision, fighting under vision. So they have pretty much checked the box of 2 of those if there's a cooldown. They're going to have their items, but now they need to find the fight, right? And it's going to be under vision, which could be as simple as pushing waves out, that gives you vision, or an observer ward. Smoke plus obs. Go and camp that ward and get a good jump. But do it together. And I think now is the opportunity that they should do it. There is only one item that is important for them right now, and that is Mars's BKB. And that is it. Nightfall's running, he wants to do something here, but he's got no damage. He's the initiator. He's not like some tiny that's like 5 slotted running around gonna solo kill everything.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
EG, though, looking shakier and shakier by the day, unfortunately. Their laning stage, their rotations on the mid lane, they just weren't the same as the other previous games I've seen them play. But more than anything, I think what they're struggling with is focus firing targets and pretty much spell casting. They're not using their spells very well. They're like not using it on the same target. They're not waiting for their heroes to be close enough before initiating. All of that made it so this game was just overall very sloppy by them.